Hello, hi, it's Liz here and back for prompt 4 of December in the journal that we are using for December and also a little bit of December memory keeping with some little Polaroid photographs. So this was yesterday's and then the first one is here. People just loved. Thank you so much for the new subbies and the new comments and everything on this little card and this belly band. I'm amazed at how well received it was. I'm so happy. So let's move the journal to the side for now. And so Apothecary label and Quirky dog. I've had a bit of a go and it's really fun. I just love this little label that I've made. So it's a faux, obviously, Apothecary label. This one I've called Wet Nose Cream because he's got a big wet nose and he's going to need cream on it for sure. So we'll have a go at making maybe 1 or 2 more of these, maybe 3. We'll see how the time goes. Yeah, and today's photograph, of course, we couldn't have anything that's got a long-nosed quirky dog than our Millie. I hope you can see Millie. Millie is a rescue greyhound and they don't come more quirky than greyhounds. They've got their own special ways about them and obviously we just love having a greyhound around. She's just so quiet and calm and settled, but at the same time just makes you laugh every day. So this is Millie and Millie will go in the journal today with some of the quirky dogs. So we'll just leave Millie there to watch over us. Make sure that we don't stick anything on upside down or whatever. So for my quirky dogs, I have this set here. It's Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous, Crazy Dogs, CMS 271. And I thought we would have this one. And what I'm doing is I'm only going to use the head like this one. This one is actually from this stamp here. So I'm going to behead the dogs. I'm sure they won't mind. So to stamp them, obviously, a little acrylic block and just put that, whoops, over there. And I'm going to stamp them on this watercolour paper. It's Hobbycraft. No, it's actually calls it mixed media paper. So anything that you can use a little bit of water on. I'm not going to watercolour it as such. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water to spread the colour a little bit. So I've got my little dish here. I'll just put a little bit of water in there. Paintbrush and stamp the stamp first. VersaFine Onyx Black if you are looking to stamp to colour with anything watery or water-based markers. It won't run at all. I have been using this for a long time and I have never had a problem with it running. So like I say, we're only going to use the head. I've stamped in the main the rest of it, but we're going to be cutting it out anyway. So we'll just leave that guy over there out the way. And that's us stamped and ready to colour. I have my Quirky pens here. I think these are the colours I might need for now. So this is beige and I need my brown. So really easy. Just add a little bit of colour to the edges of where you want coloured and then we'll just pull it out with a little bit of a wet brush. I don't go too dark initially because I like to then decide, right, what am I going to do? What colour am I going to add? I'm going to do his eyebrows a slightly darker colour, and we will add a little bit of this to the edges. So this is brown. Let me just dry off my brush a little bit. There's quite a lot of water already on the image, but we can just use the brush to just a little bit more of that brown now that it's dried a little bit. So I'm using quite a dry brush because I had quite a lot of water on the brush the first time round. So really just adding a little bit to each edge where you want to, and then use the brush just to spread it a little bit. And then we're going to do his nose. I've got grey, and that's a blue grey. I don't want that. Put that back in there. So this is a dark grey, almost black, but I didn't want to use the black. So we're just going to do that again. And then spread it. Dry off the brush, just lift a little bit of that off actually. A little bit darker. There we are. And then we'll decide what colour we're going to do his collar. So a nice bright colour for the collar. Let's give him, what's this? Purple? Why not? A purple collar. Right, and I need a little bit more on the tips there. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So, we can put all our pens away. Move the water over there, the brush, and we can continue just to cut this wee guy out. Just it's a wee tricky bit, that, his wee name tag. Yeah, so Millie the Greyhound came to us, now let's think, 5 years ago or so. She's 8 now, can't believe how the time has passed. She came to us straight from the racetrack. She was raced in a racetrack in England, in a place called Doncaster. Didn't win any races. So she was given up when she was 3 for adoption. We looked up her race card online and realised she hadn't won any races. That's how we knew, because we knew her racing name and we looked it up. So we got her straight from the adoption place, the charity, because we had had a greyhound before. We had Boyd, a big boy. And so they knew that we knew the ropes, because normally what happens is they go to a foster home first. They've got a team of people, volunteers, who take the greyhounds straight from the racing, and the volunteers, the foster home, shows them the ropes, what it's like to live in a home normal, because you've got to realise that these dogs have only ever lived in kennels with other dogs, and so you've got to get them used to the hoover and used to stairs, and just generally teach them a little bit of living in a house. So so we got to do that with Millie. She was very well behaved. We had a couple of medical problems at the start, but we sorted them and it was fine. So I've got these blank labels. I think we'll use this square one. We'll put it in the opposite side from that one. And we'll stamp up to make this into more of, give it more of a background like I did with that. So I used that stamp there. Oops. This is Etc. CMS 302. And we will just stamp some background. You really just want kind of any background just to take away from the blankness of, because you're trying to make it look kind of vintagey, I suppose. So this is Morning Mist. It's a grey Versafine. It's actually quite a dark grey. So what I'm going to do, because I want it to sink into the background, is I've got a little bit of spare paper here, and I'm going to stamp it and stamp it again, and then stamp it here. And so I'm getting a really pale version, which is good. And then I am going to use this stamp from the same set and do the same thing. I just need a bit of it. And stamp there, and then a stamp there. So we have just kind of given it more of a label effect, I think. Right, let's think what we need to do next. Let's take our time before we make any faux pas. So we want to stamp out what is actually, given that these were allegedly labels from a bottle or a bottle, I suppose, and this one had wet nose cream. So we have to decide what might have been in this. What might have been in this. So we will stamp out using my alphabet stamp, just the big word dog, so that everyone knows that it was for the medicine was dog medicine, because we don't want humans to have anything to do with dog medicine. So if we want him there, we can start here. We'll have it nice, big, bold. Sometimes these are a trick to get out. And I don't mind if it's not straight. I don't mind if it's not all stamped out properly. I think it adds to the... Now he's got... Obviously we symbolised wet nose cream because this dog has got a big wet nose. For me, this dog looks a little bit startled, maybe a little bit in pain. Not sure. So we're going to give him, here's the little ones here, and I hope no one, I don't think anyone would be offended if I called this one poop powder. If I whisper it, poop powder. I'm just quite amused by thinking up what might have been in these labels. Oh, I'll put the P away and I need it again. What might have been in jars at the vet? Well, maybe there was a need for powder that helped a dog out, you know. Right, okay, that will do that, and we will stick him down, and then we'll add a few more bits and bobs of stamping down here, maybe some stamping from this set that I have over here. This is Tidbits, Stampers Anonymous, Tidbits CMS 488, and I'm going to put this number here on it. I think it caught my eye right away. Number 248245. Ooh. I don't mind a little bit of smudginess, but not quite a big black splodge as big as that. I should really clean my block so that I can see where I'm going. And maybe something else. Maybe something, some small, oh, here's a little circle, this will do. That's this, yeah. What do you think? Yep, I'm liking. So I have this one here already coloured. So instead of stamping and colouring again, because I think you got the gist, we will just go ahead and make a third label. So he is this one. And we will put him on a fancy one or this one. Big decisions need to be made. I think this one gives me more room to play around, but I do quite like the labeliness of this. Is that a word? Labeliness? I think we'll go for the, that keeps them, as I say, for another day. Right, so we want to, again, stamp some background. Maybe we'll change it round this time. Let's just move it out the way. We could get a background from this little set. Here's nature, plants, animals, and there's a little tiny list. This is all in Create. It's called Miniatures. I'm not sure it's appropriate. Let's see. Let's go back to this one. Let's try this. Back to this one, etc. Oh, that was all inky. And I'm going to end up with ink smudges everywhere. Right. So what bit might we want? This bit here with the round. So again, we will use the grey. Stamp it once. Stamp it second time. Yeah, that worked out well. Without even trying, I've managed to kind of get it on the lines. Not that I was aiming for that. Okay. And we'll put him in the middle this time. Okay, I don't need that. I need my big stamps. I use these letters so often. They're great. It's a great buy. Right. So, D. If we put them in the middle, have we got... What about we put dog up the side? See, now I'm winging it a bit and going off-piste. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so we don't need that. We need the little ones now. And what would be in this one? He's got a wet nose. He's got problems with his poop. Tongue. Tongue licks. Tongue extract. Tongue licks extract, I think. Oh, that's a lot to stamp out, but let's give it a go. Start here. T, now, I'll give myself something difficult to spell. T-O-N G U. Sounds like I'm at a spelling bee spelling that out for you. It's so that I get it right myself. I'm not spelling it for you, I'm spelling it for me. Licks. Right. So I would think I was telling you we had the little tree, a little tiny tree, and you know, but yeah, yesterday afternoon we decided to buy a real tree. So off we went to the real tree shop, and we now are the proud owners of a tree in a pot. It's about, I would say 4 feet, maybe between 3 and 4 feet. No, it's not huge. So it's just a nice size. But we haven't unpacked it yet. It's still in that netting stuff that that they put around them. So, and it's some sort of, is this some sort of pine? I don't know. Extract. The label's on it. EXX. So, but I'm thinking maybe the set of lights that we've got, that we brought with us, are maybe too big. Oh, it's a huge length of lights. But we'll see. It's just going to snowball, isn't it? It's going to snowball. It's going to just cause me to buy new lights, or I don't know. We'll see. We'll make it work. Extra CT. Extra CT. Yeah. Oh, that C was a bit low. Not to worry. And you'll be glad that's done. That was a bit boring to watch. Right, because his tongue looks like it's permanently out, and so he needs something to keep that tongue nice and wet. So we'll keep him in the middle, and we will stamp something here. Where's the little... Right, let's see what we can put. Here's a nice number, number 36. I buy these sets, and you can see I tend to use the same ones over and over. There's always favourite ones. But these ones where you get little numbers and things, it's really handy to have a set like that, I think. Yeah. Now, do we need anything else on that one? Something down here. Do we have another tiny circle? Because I've already used my circle. There's some other small tiny numbers here. Oh, oh no, that says paid. Does that matter that it says paid as if it's a parcel? I think we'll put the 15C on again, because that's as if it's the price. Right, I think we'll call that a done deal. So I've got that still to do, and we'll bring the journal in again and find what we're going to do with these things here. Oh, he's not stuck down. I was doing so well as well. I bet you were shouting at the video there. Yeah. I think these will probably just get stuck on a page, to be honest. I don't know. Or will we stick them on a journaling card? Will we stick one on a journaling card and keep... Let's see what we've got. If we stuck one on a card, then I could put the photograph on the other side, or we could just... Don't really know what I'm looking for here until I've got some bits. Right. Here's a little card I could use. See, I've stuck some things in here in the knowledge that I might need them. So we could use that. Now what's in... Okay, the camera cut out just as I was about to look into my little bag here. I'm so happy that I noticed the camera wasn't working. There wasn't anything in there to use, and ultimately I decided to put them all on a page. Where was it? I sat them on a page. It was this page. And and I was blethering away to myself for a couple of minutes. I happened to look up. Camera wasn't on. I was like, oh no, I wonder how long it's not been on. Anyway, not too bad. So I've decided to just glue them all on to this page here. Because I just think it's a bit of fun. And we'll put Millie down there with the number 4 down here. and I'll do my writing in there. I'm not going to do it just now because I have to take a picture for my thumbnail for the vid for YouTube, and I might not be able to get all of that in, and I might need to make like my thumbnail a little bit, you know, like that kind of thing. So I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it today, and if you did, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.